up, guys? Lord Nollan here, and today I'm talking about the final episode of WandaVision. There's obviously some stuff, I guess, that happens in like the end credit scenes of these episodes, which I didn't realize. I guess I should have known because it's a Marvel show that there would be end credit scenes, but I didn't realize that in the last episode they actually show the second vision that I was talking about. And I didn't know that Rambo gets captured by Pietro when she tries to go into the basement or whatever to see what happened to Wanda and the boys or whatever. Surprises abound in the beginning of this episode. I found some new information. Found out I was right about the second vision, and that this Pietro is somehow involved with keeping Rambo away from Wanda for some reason. I don't exactly know why. But there was another interesting thing that happened, and Agnes can somehow summon the Darkhold, which, for people that don't understand what the Darkhold is, or haven't watched Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., the Darkhold is like a special spell book that connects this reality to, I guess, the dark dimension. Is that what it's called? And chaos magic is power that's pulled from the dark dimension, which is the same magic that the Sorcerer Supreme before Doctor Strange used. And I think it's like kind of like the basis of all magic, if I'm not mistaken. I think it is kind of the basis of all magic in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It's just the magic that comes from the dark dimension in Dormammu's realm. The ability to rewrite reality, to manipulate people's minds and stuff like that, and create things, destroy things, such and such. You know, the rest of it, yeah. I'm pretty sure chaos magic is something that comes from the dark dimension. And you can channel these things by using certain symbols and certain incantations and stuff like that through the Darkhold. And I think there's only a certain type of people that can actually read this thing. People that read it just innately gain abilities. Because if I'm not mistaken, I remember the uncle of Ghost Rider, he gained abilities by reading the Darkhold or something like that in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So I think it's just like if you read it, you gain knowledge that innately gives you these abilities. But she's just able to summon it. And if you watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., like, that book was hard to come by. People had to do a lot of stuff to get that Darkhold, and like, many people died trying to get it. Many powerful beings killed each other with this thing, and she just and creates this thing. I'm just like, that seems rather easy for such a powerful book like that. Like, it's kind of strange that she could just straight up summon it like that and then just sends it back away. Like where did you get it from, and where did you just send this thing? Like, this is a extremely powerful book. Like, where are you sending it? Like, is it safe now? Did you send it to somebody who had it before? Did you send it back where you got it from? Like, he just summoned it at any time? Like, that kind of threw me for a loop. But you know, that's one thing. And then the original Vision coming back, and he was about to crush Wanda's head, and I was like, yo, like, that's gotta hurt. Like, having the dude that you cared about trying to murder you. Like, having any significant other, you know, try to murder you would probably suck for you, especially if you did so many things to, you know, remember them in this kind of perfect light. Like, she created the perfect Vision or whatever, I guess, or her perfect representation of what she wanted Vision to be. And then the real Vision comes back, and this is the love of her life, and she's like, yo, it's you. And then he tries to crush her head, and it's like, yo, I don't like that. Like, as Wanda, like, I don't like this. This is not good. But I think she would have probably just let him do it, because I don't think she was willing to kill him. I don't think she would have killed Vision again, because she already killed him once. I don't think she'd have killed him again. So she probably would have died then if the Vision that she hadn't created showed up at that moment, which I told you he was going to do. He's going to show up and fight. I thought he was going to fight Agnes. I didn't think the other Vision would be coming back. like at that moment. So I thought like Vision would show up and like save the boys with Wanda, but apparently she didn't need help in that department because she just smacked Wanda into a building with a car. Which is, if you can use physical items to hurt her like that, this is what I didn't get. You hit her with the car, right? And that seemed to be effective. Why didn't you just use items like that instead of just keep hitting her with like magic blasts? Like, there's all kinds of things around you, all kinds of things that you could use. Like, just start making sharp objects float, or creating and shaping things that are sharp and make them hover around and spin around and fly and do all kinds of stuff. Just start stabbing the mess out of her. Just skew her like a kebab. Why are you fighting her with magic? She's obviously absorbing your magic after she realizes what's happening. Like, she just absorbed your magic, so you hit her with a car. Why don't you continue the process of hitting her with solid objects? Eventually something's gonna give. If you decapitated her with a manhole cover, I doubt that fight continues. That's all I'm saying. But obviously story and stuff, so I see why she didn't do that. But you know, the whole Rambo and Pietro deal, where she finds out what he's being controlled with, because apparently she's like, Agnes put some kind of necklace on. I guess her magic, if she's not in the area, she has to have like some kind of item to put on to somebody to make it to where they're like, she has far more limitations in her magic than Wanda does. Wanda just does shit and it exists. Agnes, she needs things. Like, she needs a thing to put onto a person to keep her spell on them. She needs runes to, you know, do this. She needs incantations. She needs other stuff. So Rambo finding out that Pietro was being controlled and how she's doing it relatively fast, I guess is just part of the powers that she got. But like, the whole the way that she takes down Pietro, this is a man who literally runs so fast, bullets are practically nothing, which is why him dying in the Marvel movie was such a big deal. It's like, this man runs so fast, bullets are practically nothing. And he beats her to the door and pushes her with a finger and sends her across a room. How does this same Pietro get flipped over and incapacitated? That part never, like, she's not super fast. She don't have super speed, and the super speed of Pietro pretty much gives him super strength also. So it's like, how did she manage to manhandle this dude when he also was ready to fight? He's like, you want to go again? Like, he's getting ready to fight her. Like, this man is ready to fight. He's got super speed, potential super strength. How did she flip this guy? But again, I guess story, but you know, whatever on that part. And then she frees him, and it's, I don't know if does he still have powers now that he's free? Did the spell give him the powers of Wanda's brother, or did he already have those powers and she just controlled him because she knew he had them? Or, you know, like, what's the deal with Pietro now? Or Ralph, that's his real name. What's the deal with Ralph now? Is he still got the power of speed, or was that just the spell? That's a whatever, because once she takes the necklace off him, you'll never see him again, so whatever. The conversation that Vision has with the original Vision, the imaginary Vision with the original Vision, that was pretty cool. You know, is it the memories or is it the material? And if it's the material, then the original Vision is still Vision. And if it's the memories, then, you know, maybe the imagined Vision is potentially now the new Vision. It's like this whole philosophical thing. Obviously it turns out, you know, the way it does, and the original Vision gets his memories back and he flies off. But it's like, you got your memories back, and I get it, but like, why did you leave? You have your old memories back. You know who Wanda is. You know what's happening. Where are you going at this moment? where are you leaving? That's all I had to say. The whole firing squad just assuming that bullets would hurt anybody inside of this Magic Thunderdome kind of is like, didn't she just turn y'all all against your director with a snap of a finger? Like, not even a snap of a finger, she just turned her hand and all y'all were willing to kill each other practically. You really think this is the perfect time to come in here and start shooting bullets at somebody that could do that to you? Like, what are you doing? And then the whole mob thing, the mob coming and running up on Wanda and like questioning her and telling her all these things and blah blah blah. It's like, okay, I understand the pleading for, you know, like, oh, you know, maybe this, that, and the other thing, but like the second I'm out of this spell, I'm running. Like, and I know that, you know, there's a big barrier or whatever. I don't care. I don't care. The second I'm out of this spell, the second that I am now free of the mind spell that I was under, I am dipping. I'm going and finding whoever it is that I love in this town. I ain't packing nothing. We are hoofing it if we have to. The hell out of here. I don't care how far we gotta go. I don't care how, like, the moment I'm out, we're in the car. If we have a car. If we don't have a car, I'm stealing somebody's car to get the hell out of there. We're getting out of there. I'm not stopping and talking to this superpowered being who just had me in a trance for however many days. No, I'm out. I'm gone. I am the ghost of Christmas past. I'm out of there. You never seeing me again. And I'm not going back to that town. I don't want to have no conversations. I don't want to know why she did it. I don't care why she did it. I'm out. I'm gone. I'm gone. No, I'm gone. And so there's that. And then this whole firing squad gets disarmed and stuck in place. Yet this director gets out of his car and believes him alone with a single pistol is enough to take on two superpowered children who just disarmed his entire squad. He is the weirdest villain I've ever seen. He goes out of his way to try and kill Wanda numerous times, only to fail every single time, get threatened with superpowers that he can't even compete with, and his only means of fighting this is regular ass weapons, just regular ass weapons that do nothing to superpowered individuals. You couldn't even kill Iron Man with a pistol. You really think you're gonna take on the Scarlet Witch's children with a pistol? You really believe that the Scarlet Witch's children who disarm your entire squad in a matter of, it wasn't even time, because the man used super speed. It wasn't even in time. It was like 1 second they got guns, no guns. That's it. That was it. And you think that you're taking that on with a pistol? And the fact that the child didn't just do the same thing to this guy that he did to this whole squad is also weird. It's like, how are you even in danger from this guy? Why did Rambo even step in? And how does Rambo even know that she has this power? I don't think she did know. I think she just, you know, I think the power just kind of kicked in and it saved her or whatever. But still, it's like, these kids just disarmed the whole squad. How is this guy a problem? And then the whole running away thing, I was like, dude, you should have never came in here. I don't know what the hell you thought you were doing. She already told you your squad is nothing the first time y'all met. And it's like, you go in and if anything, you killing her kids is signing your own death warrant. You think that killing her children, if you did succeed, is gonna be anywhere near a good thing? These are, first of all, these ain't even real kids. So you're killing her idea of children, and in doing so, you're pissing off a real live fucking beyond sorcerer supreme level witch. You're out your mind. You are out of your mind. I don't know what you thought you was doing, but you lost it. You lost it 100%. And then the superpower fight in the sky where Wanda leaves runes everywhere. That was pretty fucking smart. That was cool. I didn't expect that to happen. I was like, yo, like, because obviously she doesn't reveal the runes until you know, there's like a certain time or whatever when Agnes thinks she's won. So like when the reveal of the runes is like, yo, checkmate. That's it. You ain't got no magic, and you're inside of Scarlet Witch's dome of death, and she's got all the powers of the freaking and she sucks all your powers out. You're done. You what do you think is gonna happen now? You're done. It's game over. That's game. You gave her the keys to beat you by showing her these runes. That's game. Wanda becomes this ridiculous force of nature. It's pretty amazing. It's kind of low key, like I'm just waiting for her to use these powers to create mutants. Like that's all. I'm just like, yo, she's about to do some wild stuff with these powers. But the whole saying goodbye to the family thing, oh, that hurt a bit. Like I was not prepared for that, and it just imagining, even if the kids weren't real, just imagining, kids that you got attached to that are your own children, and they are about to disappear because of something that you've done, and you have to do it in order for like some greater good or whatever. Even if it's for some greater good, like I don't even know if I could do that. I honestly, if I was in Scarlet Witch's position and I had kids that I cared about and loved in there, and I had the spouse that I loved in there because of trauma and all that stuff like that, even after all these events, I don't know if I'm that good of a person to release the spell. Like I would probably release the town, but I don't know if I'd release the house. Like, yeah, it's like my own little whatever, but like I don't know if I could say goodbye to my kids like that. That's like if my boys were a figment of my imagination or whatever, and like I had the powers to keep them there, and I willingly got rid of them. Like I couldn't even fathom the idea of that. Like, so watching it in real time as this giant walled cube closes in, pretty much spelling the inevitable doom of her family, and I was like, ooh, oh, that was rough. It was rough, cause man, like, that hurt. That hurt a bit. Like I wasn't ready for that. But then afterwards, you see the effects of the magic go away and stuff like that. Westview's kind of a shithole. If you really think about it, and you look at it after she's done with it, Westview's kind of a shithole. Like, she improved the hell out of that town. She improved that town a lot. Westview sucked. Like, you look at it after she's done repairing things, town's garbage. But I have another thing, because it's like Agnes lived for like hundreds of years off of her magic. So being that Scarlet Witch is more powerful, is Scarlet Witch immortal? Like, is she kind of like, can she not die now that she's unlocked her powers? Like, can she not die now? Is that a thing? I mean, obviously, like, being killed or whatever would be like, that would, she not like that, but like, just like, she won't age, or she won't die of sickness, and if an injury is not that bad, she can heal herself and stuff like that. So it's like, is she practically immortal now? Like, she just live on to the end of time now? Like, that's kind of cool. I mean, that would suck, but I mean, the person that she cares about is, the dude's made of the strongest materials on Earth, or some of the strongest materials in the known universe at the time. Isn't he kind of immortal too? So it's like two immortal beings that could be together forever, as long as he comes back from wherever he came from, or wherever he left. You know what I mean? He just took off. Like, as long as he comes back, aren't they gonna be like immortal together? That's kind of cool. The person that you love or whatever is immortal with you. Like, it would suck to be immortal and everybody around you dies all the time, but like, having the person you love just happens to be the one person on Earth that's, can't age. That's kind of cool. And then The last thing is the the end credit stuff, and then with Rambo and these in credits, she meets with a scroll, which is like, yo, what's about to happen with the scrolls now? And obviously Rambo has connections to Captain Marvel, so like, what's happening with Captain Marvel? What's happening with the scrolls? Like, where is this going now? Like, what's happening? But there's one consequence, I think, of the interaction of the town and Wanda is I think that now the people of this town have a horrible experience with a superpowered being. So this town might be the kind of like the focal point and or like the starting place for humanity's hatred for superpowered beings, like the hatred that you see in like every X-Men movie and every X-Men comic and every X-Men TV show or whatever. This event now might be the thing that creates the hatred of superpowered individuals around the world. When this story leaks, when the information about what happened in this town spreads, Wanda's first, she's enemy number one. And then second, like, any person that shows up with superpowers now will be a potential danger instead of like a potential hero. And it's like, that's gonna be, what you call it, Spider-Man, according to like the last movie, Spider-Man is now like public enemy number one in New York. So it's like, you got two superpowered individuals that are like enemies of the world right now. So it's like, the hatred of humanity for superpowered individuals in these next few years, or whatever, from the rest of time, maybe, is gonna be pretty bad because of the actions of freaking Mysterio and Wanda. It's gonna be crazy. Like the repercussions of their actions can be pretty bad. So I'd like to see where that heads to. That's my thoughts on WandaVision. The finale, apart from all of my little gripes and stuff like that, the finale was amazing. Like, I could understand why certain things had to happen, and you had to wrap up the story. So it's like, obviously certain things just had to happen a certain way. But it's like, regardless of how it happened, like, it's still pretty fucking tight. Like, it's pretty beast that's the way the story unfolded. Like a superpowered Scarlet Witch. There was another witch that could summon the Darkhold. Scarlet Witch's powers come from the dark dimension. She's more powerful than the Sorcerer Supreme. There's two Visions, and they have this super crazy philosophical conversation, and Vision gets his freaking memories back, and he's alive again. It's freaking... The scrolls are back. There's more superpowered beings, and I guess Rambo still has her powers. This is just... The implications are crazy. Like the repercussions of Wanda's actions in this town are gonna have a rippling effect on humanity. It's crazy, and I freaking love it. That being said, you gotta watch this show, cause man, it's amazing. Nollan Out.